Hello, hello. Not entirely sure who's here. If anyone's here, please comment, because I have no idea if there's anyone here at the moment. At the very least, this one's just going to be another sort of like straightforward. This one's just going to be kind of straightforward. I don't intend it to be like too complicated or whatnot, but this is just for strictly for the purposes of going over the awards. I guess I should modify the title to better reflect that. Probably doesn't really care, but oh well. But nevertheless, though, hello, hello. Oh, hey, Gojira. We're live right now.
Oh, hi, viewer, probably. How many people are viewing?
Oh, hello, King Little Caesar in the chat. Howdy. Uh, so so yeah. Friggin' all right. Doing something. All right. But yeah. Let's see, yeah. No, I already have the results and whatnot up in here. So it's really just a matter of yeah, no, it's just a matter of kind of waiting for I think GVR said he had wanted to go over the like feedback stuff. So I was like, just kind of crap around for a couple minutes or something. I don't know. So
Sorry about that.
no, you're all right.
And
Yeah, no, how
crap,
you doing?
computer couldn't handle it.
Okay. Joe will be in 10 minutes. Ditto might be in there in about 20. And Alex is here now. Just snuck in there secretly.
Yes.
You are the ninja. But yeah, no, how's your day going, man?
Going good. How about yours?
Yeah, it's alright. Going alright.
Won't be able to stay long since I possibly got a hike going on for me.
Yeah. And dinner overlapped with that original timetable. Plus, I also, forgot. I was like, I lost track of time. There we go. So,
Typical Kaiju acts.
typical Kaiju X moments. One day I'm just going to slip from all time and just disappear. You'll never find me.
Based.
Okay. Uh, uh, yeah. Doodle. What do we do for 10 minutes at least, or 20?
And we could start.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Like I said, we're just doing the award stuff. So, and since CPR's not here to do the KWC awards, we'll just we'll save that for last. Basically, we'll just save that for later, and then just kind of go from there. Really. Where is? I want to make sure to have the awards thread up. Okay, yeah, 2023 awards. Okay, results. Cool. There are the results, and then there's the actual. There we go. But yeah, no. I guess we'll probably just get started right away then. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the KWCC, the thing we don't do as frequently anymore. RIP. I am your host, KWC, and I am here with Gojira41, MK11, and Pear, also known as Alex.
Yay!
Yay! But yeah, no, today we are going to be going over, mostly this is just a kind of go over for all the survey stuff that we've had recently. Some of the announcements that have recently gone up. Definitely big changes incoming without question. But first, we're going to head over to them magical things called the results. No matches will be reviewed today, and I don't think we'll be reviewing the KWCE for a while because that's undergoing a big change right now. So it'd be for the best. But yeah, nevertheless, though, I suppose we could just start off right away with thank you for everyone that participated in the 2023 KWC Awards and feedback surveys, and the subsequent crossover survey. Thank you very much. Your input was very much appreciated, and some of the information that you guys left behind was pretty handy. There was definitely stuff some of you guys snuck in there that I didn't know about before. It was like, oh, awesome. No, so thank you for that. Nevertheless, but yeah, no, we're going to be going over the results, I guess, about now. So, we'll be kind of starting off with some of the initial questions and just kind of going from there, really. So, we'll just go to the awards first, then we'll go to feedback surveys, and then if GVR's not here, we'll go over the KWCE awards. And just call it good after that. So, probably won't take any more than, half an hour.
I don't know. This is going to be a short one.
This is probably going to be a nominally short one, though. It's I had wanted to...
Nakoda!
Nakoda!
My little man.
Hey, and your sister's good to be here in a bit. Hey,
My favorite person.
but yeah, friggin' but yeah, no, friggin' what we call it? Yeah, no, this is basically just yeah, no, it's just gonna be a quick little podcast thing. Ain't gonna be long. Just because it was like, yeah, it was always good to like shoot the podcast results while it's still relatively fresh. So and then hopefully we'll do like what stuff. I don't know what we'll do next KWC covering KWC since we won't be covering these KWCs. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Nevertheless though, yeah, no, I'll just go on to the very first question, first result, and that is uh choosing the best writer for 2023. And out of the top five, we have Matthew Freese. What the? What did you? Oh, huh.
Don't you mean meow through freeze?
Matthew Freese? Indeed. It seems like the results. Huh. That's weird. I'm not confident that was a little different. Oh well. Because I did like download these like the night, not like the night before yesterday. So it's like, oh, I didn't realize that Tyler and Vincent were tied. Even though I have it listed just Tyler and Vincent as being like, yeah, no, I guess someone must have voted in there. I don't know. But either way, it doesn't change the nominal top five being Matthew Freese, Tyler Treshaw, Vincent Roger, Andrew Sudomersky, and Alex Williams. Hooray! Those are our nominal top five, but some honorary mentions we can go to Joshua Stripmatter, Harley Jameson, Dowsett, James Webster, Landon Soto. Am I not as glitchy?
No.
Okay. But yeah. But yeah, no. It's just like top five. It's like, you know what? Let's just go through it. Go through it. Here are the results. And then I'll just shrink this down a little. So that way you can see all the pretty bars go from up to bottom. Up to bottom. Yes, Kaiju X. That is how you English.
Oh.
All. But yeah, no, it was top five best writers, and then we have questions 2 and 3 because they were small enough to warrant their own little section. First, we got the top 3 banner creators, and look, number 1 is your little boy. It's Dao Zhang Moa gets number 1, running up.
My little man made
no
it.
longer the bronze.
Yay! Second place is Andrew Sudomersky. He's silver, so. And then Landon Soto gets it third. Hooray! Honorary mentions also go to Tyler Treshaw, Matthew Williams, Matt Ing, Connor Clennell, Matthew Freese, and Vincent Roger. There were 7 people that voted for that. Always remember. Nevertheless, though, thank you for all for your wonderful banners for the year. Yay! Nagota gets the gold. He gets the dub.
It would have been funny if Kaiju X won first place and we could just make a meme of Kaiju X putting the medal on himself.
That would be funny. Ding! The Obama meme. But yeah, no, that's for number 2. For number 3, who was the best narrator? Oh, most people chose the real human being. How sensible.
Good.
Wow. Who could have guessed that one?
But that also says that 30 people voted for artificial intelligence.
Remember, folks, kill all clankers.
Always kill every clanker. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, it was like, oh yeah, no, glad, like we had already said for our announcement, we are going to be putting a greater emphasis on human, like, even if it does take a while, we are going to try to make the effort for more human, like, actual, like, people reading it. So yeah. Nevertheless, though, so yeah, no, like the AI elements are going to be. It was more like a test run than anything else. So it was like, But yeah, no. Nevertheless, though, this was like yeah, no, it was a test, and people really enjoy more of the human stuff than the AI stuff. So it's like, yep, nope, that's
Almost like they have a soul or something.
all right. In this
Oh.
fandom, what are you talking about? But yeah, there you go. Just rapid fire, like Star Wars. I don't know why Star Wars came to mind, but nevertheless, though, here are the top 5 pros matches that y'all voted for in the year of our Lord 2023. Match 400 as the head runner, like the big kind of overall winner, but we also have as part of that top 5 going to match 408, the return of a good man from
In the
Alex.
strip matter, I was robbed.
According to Strip Matter, you should have just won all of them, like just without question.
Wow.
But yeah, nevertheless, though,
I
yeah,
don't hear anything else win anything.
let's see, yeah, no, second. What the heck? Yeah, I really should have just. Never mind. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, between second through fifth, it was very close.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's kind of shocking how close second to fifth really are. It's just like, because you got 408, Return of a Good Man, you got 420, Escape from Tokyo, 405 with Godzilla vs. Rayquaza, and then 415 with Godzilla vs. Anguirus. So it was like, yeah, no, it's actually kind of surprisingly close. Even like some of the runner-ups afterward are kind of close-ish. Like they start dipping a little bit, but all things considered, not bad. Like with Orgy versus Team Guardians, match 398.
Oh, dang, that one got pretty high.
Yeah, no, surprisingly for like best pros stuff all around. It's like, wow, that's kind of cool. Oh, hey, 399, hell yeah!
Oh god, where's 411? The one that should have gotten more votes.
I think it's on here. But yeah, 399, 414, 413. Mecha Godzilla versus Tiamat and Behemoth. Gigan versus Cyber Godzilla and C-Rex versus Gigan. Angus versus Mecha Godzilla round 2. Bagora versus Dagora. Godzilla and Ultraman versus Orga. Wait, where? Okay, yeah, no, there's that. King Kong, Godzilla Heisei versus King Kong. Mount Lady versus King Cobra. Atsunho versus Destroya. King Kong versus King Cobra. Ultra 7 versus Colossal. Or Orochi versus Dagora. Kaishin versus Junior Gotenga. There's 411. It is down at the bottom.
Oh, okay, that is some bullshit.
Right? Such a bruh.
Yeah, it's definitely my personal favorite match.
Well, again, these are just more like the general main pro side of things. I do
the general
think,
audience is being stupid.
well, I think it ranks higher in some of the other polls. So I think we'll have to see that in a second. But yeah, no. 411, 402 Monster X versus Goro, 418 Buddha Prime versus Legion, 401 Mothra Legendary versus Cyber Godzilla, 419 Colossal Titan versus Gyra versus Attack Titan, 404 Attack Titan and Super X versus Orochi.
Nope, my son deserves to be higher with this match.
Yes.
Both of them.
Oh yeah. No. Yamato versus Megora, Obsidian versus the Visitor, King Caesar versus Kumasogami, and then absolutely no one voted for Megora versus Ultra 7.
Or versus what?
Megora versus Ultra 7, that was Bacon's match.
Bruh.
The Yamato match got 2 and 3 votes.
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding me? No one voted for that one. At least in this section.
Also, got people watching the stream. How come you guys don't give the video a like or a dislike? Why am I the only one who has it on there?
Yeah, stop being lazy and like this video.
Or dislike it.
it.
I don't really care.
Alright, whatever you say.
Okay, yeah, no, GVR is not going to be joining, but he did leave me a note, so I'll be covering that note when I'll be covering that note when we get to the KWCE, so hooray! Oh my lord. I remember dying laughing seeing match 407 with absolutely nothing. I'm like, are you serious? Oh, it was pretty funny. Oh my goodness. My freaking goodness. Oy. Oh yeah, no, this is the way it's sort
Just
of...
realized something.
Oh, what's up?
The bag. This is the second year in a row that a Bagora match is placed last.
Bruh. But at least there have been multiple Bagora matches this year, so...
That's true.
But yeah, at least a Bagora match. I'll agree with you on that.
We can't say the same about the Griffin.
How can we say the same about Griffin? Dude's got nothing.
Grion almost got another match.
Almost. But nevertheless, though, but for the top 5 best banners of 2023, we got match 400 again, with almost the same amount of votes as it was previously. That one just seems to be universally loved. But for banners, we have Return of a Good Man. Yay!
Hey.
Yay!
Wait, these top 3 are like identical to the previous one. That's funny. It's like match 420, Escape from Tokyo, which hell yeah, it's a rockin' banner. Now we have 424, Orgy vs. Team Guardians, and match 409 as part of like the top 5 for best banners. Woohoo! But yeah, no, when it comes to banners, honorary mentions also go to Godzilla Heisei vs. Rayquaza, Godzilla Heisei vs. Bag in round 2, Anguirus vs. Mechagodzilla round 2, Ultra 7 vs. Colossal Titan, Godzilla vs. Anguirus, Baggin vs. Godzilla Legendary Gamma Heisei Grand King Ghidorah, Kaishin Muva vs. Gotengo and Junior, King Kong Showa vs. King Cobra, Anguirus Universal, Godzilla Showa, Godzilla Junior, Gaira, Sanda, and Utsuno vs. Desghidorah, Godzilla Showa and Ultraman vs. Origa, Gigan vs. Cyber Godzilla and C-Rex vs. Gigan, Godzilla Heisei vs. King Kong Showa, Yamato vs. Bagora, Mountain Lady vs. King Cobra, Orochi Heisei vs. Dagora, Monster X vs. Gororin, Bagora vs. Dagora, Mothra Legendary vs. Cyber Godzilla, Utsuno vs. Destroya, Godzilla Heisei vs. Bulksaban, Godzilla Jr. and Ebera vs. Titanosaurus and Crystalak, Mudo Prime vs. Legion, Attack Titan Super X vs. Orochi, Bagora vs. Ultra 7, which actually has 3 votes this time around. Colossal Titan versus Gaira Showa and Attack Titan, King Caesar versus Kumosogami, and Obsidius versus the Visitor, which at least has votes.
I'm rather particular about 421, if you ask me.
If we swap the numbers, Obsidius versus the Visitor would be above it.
Yeah, but I mean, don't you guys feel rather particular towards it?
Very, I mean, I'm not that particular towards it, but I could tell you the one I was particular towards was the Kaishu Mupo one.
Oh, so you were particular in general.
In general, yeah.
What about you, son? Were you particular about anything?
Yeah.
Who's feeling rather particular today?
Big bless. But yeah, no, all fun stuff. All good fun. But yeah, no. Let's see. Let's go to question 6, which was a very simple and straightforward. Best multimedia. Obviously, a friggin' landslide to match 11, which came out on Christmas Day. Look at that! It's a landslide with 69 votes, which makes up 67.6% of all the votes. In that case, honorable mentions to match 9 as the runner-up, comparatively speaking.
I will say I did actually vote for multimedia number 9 solely because it was a huge collaboration and there was a lot of effort put into it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. match 11 was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
It completely deserves it. But match 9, I just love that collaboration that was put into it. Like every amount of effort you, me, Nagoda, Harley put in,
Yeah, for
that
sure. For sure.
deserves recognition in and of itself.
Yes, no, it absolutely does. That was such a fun project to work on. You know, it was like I really did kind of take on the efforts of everyone in the end, in like one form or another. Usually, like, yeah, no, that was one where I didn't mind at all, even like crediting all four of us as the creators of that one, because that one truly, I think, deserved it.
Yeah.
Because Harley kind of conceived of the idea. I was the one that was more or less responsible on the audio, kind of the audio execution of that one. Nagoda helped with the visual stuff, and then you helped with, like, obviously you were the lead actor. Oh, but, you know, you helped a bit on the script side too, including some of the improvised changes.
Reformatted, yeah, and all that.
Yeah, so
I think, yeah, without, even if there was only like 3 out of 4, I don't think it would have been as big. It needed all 4 of us.
Yeah. So,
That was my little Kanye interrupting moment.
but yeah, for you, yeah, no, that was just, yeah, I think match 9 probably would have dominated had match 11 not existed. But but still, it's like, not to say that it's like Gamma versus Ghost Godzilla is freaking stellar. It is fantastic, but I love match 9, and it's like, and I do understand some of the criticism of Multimedia 10, but I still, like, as much as I had to simplify to get it through, I felt like I decently communicated the story well enough. Even if it's not down to like the nitty-gritty specifics, I think it does leave enough to the imagination of like, oh, here's what's going on, or oh, there's what's going on. But yeah, no, it's like, yeah, no, I love match 9, I love match 10. I was only ever expecting match 9 to be my only, or the only multimedia project that I would work on that year. But then match 10 was like, hey, we got to get Daimajin and the GMK monsters in. And I was like, oh, okay. There were just practical elements for that one, but at the end of the day, it was still a very fun. That one was still a really fun experiment to play with, because it was like, if match 9 had more like traditional narration elements to it, then I was like, okay, how can I do this without any sound if I have to completely rely on the sounds of the monsters? And it was an even bigger challenge because Daimajin himself pretty much never roars. So it's like, and even then, the only noise I did give him was at the way end, and that's only because it was the Great Yokai War Guardians version, where he has some kind of grumble. The original trilogy just does not have him like utter a sound. So it's like, yeah, no, it's like,
aside from his iconic footsteps.
Yeah, aside from his footsteps, which were used for that project. Because I like that. Guess what? The tone of that is so much better.
But thankfully, we had like very 3 diverse projects to choose from.
Yes, very much so. Each that have their own like different flavors and different feels, and hopefully, I want to be hopeful of more multimedia stuff for next year, but you never know for sure. We'll see. But yeah, no, that was good stuff. That was good freaking stuff. Nevertheless, though, we'll go over to question 7, and this is the point where we kind of start merging all of the KWCs together, so multimedias and like the pro stuff. So it's like, what do people? So for the top 5, it's like, what are the most original KWCs according to people? Most have said multimedia number 11, Gamma versus Ghost Godzilla, which hell yeah, I don't blame them. Again, Ghost Godzilla is frighteningly original. That dude is wacky. He is insane. Maybe a bit complicated, but he's still hella awesome. Then you got Match 400 as the runner-up. Joe,
my favorite person.
Hey,
going over the results. Yay!
Your results?
Yeah, just the KWC Awards results.
He tested positive.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your cancer results.
He tested positive for everything.
For everything.
Everything. Thank gosh I do everything by the computer. Multimedia 11, Gamera's Ghost Godzilla is number 1. And then number 2, we have Space Godzilla and Destroya versus Trilopods. Number 3 is Escape from Tokyo. Number 4 is Return of a Good Man. And I'm kind of surprised I found Theory of Daimajin as number 5. I'm like, I was
that was surprising.
Yeah, no, that was the biggest surprise, but I suppose it was. I don't know what it was exactly. Like, I can't pin down the most. I'm kind of curious. What for the fellas that did vote for this one? What made you compelled to vote for it? Was it the inclusion of Daimajin? Was it the all kind of like no narration approach I took with it, or like it's a cast of monsters, what I told or what I did with them? So it's like I'm kind of curious though. It's like I'm still thankful, very very thankful people like voted like that highly of it, but it's still kind of like I'm just kind of curious, very very curious.
I just randomly picked it
because it was epic.
Hey, but yeah, I was like, that was that was kind of nice. Nevertheless though. But yeah, no, those are our top 5, but honorary mentions we also have to go to. For most original is Godzilla vs. Rayquaza, Godzilla vs. Anguirus, the KWC version, the Pros version, I should say. Godzilla Jr. and Ebra versus Titanosaurus and Crystalak, Godzilla vs. Bag in round 2, Mount Lady vs. King Cobra.
Let's go bag ourselves a snake.
Baggin versus Godzilla, Gamera, and Grand King Ghidorah. The multimedia version
I feel like that one should be higher.
I'm kind of to be fair, I think a lot of people were like emotionally attached to the overall story of Godzilla's final moments, which I would argue is a pretty original premise. Like,
no, I mean multimedia 9.
Oh yeah, just higher in general. That's fair.
Their votes don't matter.
The 15 people that voted for this, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll maybe see it higher in another area. We'll see. Because again, this is for most original, so it's like okay, because it's like even though I really enjoyed the setting of with Steve Martin as witnessing the events of Raids Again. Like, that is still a really cool spin, but it's still kind of ultimately Raids Again, to an extent. There's still some originality to that one, though, gosh darn it. Anguirus screaming and breaking the camera, somehow. Hell yeah.
That was awesome.
Hey. Mechagodzilla Legendary versus Tiamat and Behemoth, Gigan versus Cyber Godzilla and C-Rex versus Gigan, Atsuno versus Destroya, Anguirus Godzilla Jr., Gaira, Sanda, and Atsuno versus Desghidorah, Anguirus versus Mechagodzilla Round 2, Orochi versus Team Guardians, Bagora versus Dagora, Godzilla Showa and Ultraman versus Orga, Kaiju Muva versus Junior and Gotengo, Yamato versus Bagora, King Kong versus King Cobra, Monster Godzilla Heisei versus Bulk Sedan, Orochi versus Dagora, Bagora versus Ultra 7, Mudo Prime versus Legion, Caesar versus Kumasugami, Mothra versus Cyber Godzilla, Attack Titan versus Super X, and Super X versus Orochi, Ultra 7 versus Colossal Titan, Bura, Godzilla Heisei versus King Kong, Obsidious versus the Visitor, and Colossal Titan versus Gaira versus Attack Titan. Those are all for our most originals, which, it's like, Bura.
Joe, would you say for 421 you were feeling particular?
Wait, what?
Were you feeling particular for 421?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
was that the? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Good, you were feeling particular.
She was feeling very particular when match 421 came out.
Very particular. Was that the one? Was that the one with the coffee wine, or was that a different Gray Shot match?
Coffee is very particular.
Dig flex.
I like my taste in coffee is very particular.
Oh, you know what? One favorite.
Such a woman of culture.
You know what dialogue of the year goes to?
Oh, favorite line, absolutely. I think about it every day.
What about this bag as a snake?
Oh, that's a close second. Let's go bag.
It was a good year for dialogue.
Very.
Very good.
The script economy in the KWC was pretty high.
Yeah.
I think we're good for another 10 years. Thanks to those two.
But yeah, no. Nevertheless, though, that was like question 7 for most original. Now, how about we look at question 8, which asks the philosophical question of best story narrative of a KWC. And now here's where things start getting juicy, I think. But for top 5, we have match 408, Return of a Good Man. Look! Josh Strip Matter, it's number 1. It hasn't been robbed. Number 2, Space Godzilla Destroyer versus Trilopod. Match 420, Escape from Tokyo. Multimedia 11, Gamera versus Ghost Godzilla. And 415, Godzilla Showa versus Anguirus Universal. Hooray! Congratulations, those top 5s. Yeah! But also for best story narrative, we have a lot of kind of follow-ups, a lot of honorary mentions. 2, match 398, Anguirus, Godzilla Jr., Gaira, Sanda, and Otsuno versus Descadora. Godzilla versus Bag in round 2. Godzilla Jr. and Ebra versus Titanosaurus and Crystalak. Godzilla I almost mixed up Godzilla Jr. and Anguirus there. Anguirus versus Godzilla round 2. Godzilla versus Rayquaza. Gigan versus Cyber Godzilla and C-Rex versus Gigan. Mechagodzilla versus Tiamat and Behemoth. Kaishimuba versus Junior and Gotengo. Otsuno versus Destroya. Orochi versus Team Guardians. Godzilla Showa and Ultraman versus Origa. Bagora versus Dagora. The multimedia version of Godzilla versus Anguirus. It's like, bro, that one should be higher.
Bro,
that
should be higher.
this is the section where it should be higher. How dare you? King Kong versus King Cobra. Mount Lady versus King Cobra. Orochi versus Dagora. Attack Titan and Super X versus Orochi. Ultra 7 versus Colossal Titan. Fury of Daimajin. I mean, now this one makes sense to be this long. Rip. Okay, bruh.
Brodies.
Oh, bruh. Godzilla Heisei versus Bulk Sedan. That should be higher up. Come on. The story of that
What are you all doing?
I better see it higher soon, or else I'm gonna do something terrible. I don't know what. I have to think on it. King Caesar versus Kumasogami. Baggin versus Godzilla Legendary Gamera and Grand King Ghidorah. Colossal Titan Gaira versus versus Attack Titan. Yamato versus Bagora. Mothra Legendary versus Cyber Godzilla. Monster X versus Goror and Bagora versus Ultra 7. Godzilla Heisei versus King Kong. Obsidious versus the Visitor. And with one response, Muto Prime versus Leech. That's at least better than the nothing that freaking Bagora versus Ultra 7 got in the pros section. For some reason.
Well, guys, I think I say best when at looking at these results. Let's go bag ourselves a snake.
You speak the truth, my man. You speak the truth. We have to bag ourselves a snake.
Let's go bag ourselves a snake.
Oh, yeah, shooting it over from question 8 to question 9. Let's see what this one is. Wee. Ah, yes. The 5 best uses of combatants in any KWC match of 2023. Holy moly, it was neck and neck.
Neck and neck.
A snake's neck, if you will, of 1 point off between Multimedia 11, Gamma versus Ghost Godzilla, and Space Godzilla Destroyer versus Trilopod for best use of combatants. Oof.
Wogue.
So,
Holy wogue.
but the number 2, 3, and 4 spots go to Return of a Good Man, Escape from Tokyo, and Orgy versus Team Guardians. So, heck yeah. People can read.
Oh yeah.
I thought people didn't read. We just looked at the pretty banners and then the results.
That's what I thought too. Who knows? Maybe that's what's still going on. But beyond those top 5, we got a lot of honorary mentions. The form of 398, 405, 409. I'm just reading the match numbers now because it's easier on my throat. 415, 417. I mean, obviously, I'm reading off the numbers now, but you can obviously see the title, the stuff that they're attributed to as I scroll up for the people watching this live. So, 415, 417, 416, 413, 414, Multimedia 10, 399, 423, 406, 411, 403, 404, 427, 410, 426, 418, 422, 425, Multimedia number 9. What are you doing all the way down here, bruh? 396, 397, 419, 401, 402. I'm feeling very particular with my coffee. 407 and 412.
He said the thing. He said the thing.
That's so funny.
And by coffee, I mean 421.
I'm very particular with my 421s.
Do you feel particular with your coffee being black and strong?
But yeah, yeah, no, those are the results. Those are all the results right there. Wee! But yeah, and we're getting there. We're almost done. We're almost there.
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa,
Whoa!
Squidward on a chair.
I knew you were going to do that. That's a great callback. Oh my lord. Never forget.
That's still one of the funniest
It is.
moments.
That was a classic. Me giving the spoilers to the Constitution.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my lord.
You could tell him the spoilers to the Constitution, he wouldn't care.
Man, I wish I was
Don't-
unmuted.
don't
for that.
spo-
I was losing my shit.
Oh my lord. That one was so good.
Don't spoil it for those of us still in 1776.
Oh my lord. Anyway, but yeah, no. Top 5 best. We're gonna go. Like the 10th question that we asked was top 5 best used characters in a KWC match in 2023. Number 1 goes to Return of a Good Man, as it should, as it absolutely should.
Fuck yeah.
420, and then number 2 is 420, Escape from Tokyo. Oh shit, they're tied on this. What the hell? What happened? I don't remember these on the
Hey,
results.
that's good, though.
Yeah, but 408 is on top.
Yes, that is true. So it's still first.
True.
It's simple math.
What happens when you let Alex write a match?
I mean, I pretty much got the 2 awards I was aiming for, so.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, like those are kind of our top 2, depending on how you want to look at it. Man, they really dominated those 2. Like, it's almost universal that these 2 got like the most out of like all of them. Holy moly. But yeah, no, for you know, like it's almost split. Yeah, no, it's like evenly split between those 2.
I'm sorry, I can't accept this award. I just I try to write characters as people, like real life people, but I realize after seeing a match that came after 420 with particular, I just knew I couldn't accept this. There's no way I should win this.
Don't
It
worry.
just made me think that I can't write characters at all with dialogue after seeing that line.
Because you have to be very particular with your coffee, you know.
Well, I don't drink coffee. That's my confession.
That's the problem.
So yes, I am a fraud because I don't drink coffee.
Damn. You heard it here, folks. Alex is a fraud.
You're a phony, a big fat phony.
And I shall resign.
Damn.
Damn.
But nevertheless, we'll just, for the sake of simplicity, we'll just treat those two as 1 and 2. So 3 to 5, winners. We have Godzilla versus Bag in round 2. Mount Lady versus King Cobra. Archie versus Team Guardians. Congratulations, being in the top 5 somehow. But honorary mentions go to Bagora versus Dagora. Match 398. Match 419. Match 426. Match 404. Multimedia number 9. Look at that. Woo!
Ooh.
I think it's actually, like, out of the multimedia stuff. Oh, because, yeah, no, this was best characters. Oh, yeah, that's right, because I had to remove...
It's the only multimedia in there,
Yeah,
right?
it's the only multimedia with any kind of
Yeah.
characters, yeah.
Unless you want to count the one girl crying at the beginning of
No,
11
I am pretty sure
or
I left.
10.
I'm pretty sure I left that off of number 10 just because it was a girl crying. It was like, sure, it was
No,
technically.
that's why I said unless you want to
Right,
count.
right. But I'm pretty sure I didn't count it in
She,
here.
she was my favorite character.
No! And you... Oh yes, my favorite human element was the girl that cried at the beginning of number 10.
Yes, that is the best character. Don't you know?
Don't you know? But yeah, Godzilla versus
Sounds like
Sing.
GVR with KWCE match 30.
422, Kaiju Buba versus Junior Gotengo. Match 400, Space Godzilla Destroyer versus Trilopods. Match 416. No, 411. Why are you this low for all character stuff?
Really?
That should be
that was
top
the best
5.
part.
That was easily the best part of the whole thing. If anything, this one should be at least top 5. I'm happy for round 2. Don't get me wrong, but again, I think this one should be much higher up.
This makes me hate democracy. 411 should be higher.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, Monster versus Roaring. 417, 397. I'm feeling particularly my coffee part 2. 421, 425, 407, 414, 401. No votes for Obsidious versus the Visitor.
Ugh.
What a bro.
Man,
And,
Yeah.
rest in
I'm mad.
peace.
oh my lord.
Rest in peace,
Rest
GBR.
in
GPR.
GPR. But yeah. Yeah, no, these are all the little pretty results. And yeah, we're pretty much on to the final leg of the awards, and then we'll go over the survey stuff, the crossover stuff, and then the KWC awards, and that'll probably be it. So yeah, no, questions 11 and 12. So we have to ask, who was the best debut in 2023? And going off since I had
Really
allowed.
good, man.
Oh wait, hang on, wrong one. Spoilers. Which event month did you enjoy the most? And most people really enjoyed the Yamato month, which that kind of makes sense. It had the most amount of matches, most amount of matches to its name, so that does kind of make sense. After that is Virtual Monstrosities, which was the video game themed month, then most people were kind of like neutral. They're like, yeah, it exists. Saturday Morning March, and then fortunately, no one voted for I did not enjoy any of these. So that either infers that most people were just kind of like, it exists, have fun with it, or people enjoy it. So it's like, hooray! I'll definitely take that over negative connotations of people not enjoying them. Hooray! But yeah, no. Now to number 12. Who was the best debut? As you saw earlier, if you have eyeballs and you were looking,
Or scrolling fast enough.
I wasn't quick enough. But yeah, no. Who's the best debut? The top 4 that most of you guys voted for were for Ghost Godzilla, Rayquaza, Ultraman Jack, and Gigan Reiwa.
I have to point this out
because
it's on the blog.
Uh-huh.
Ultraman Jack is number 2 on the TK blog.
Really?
Yeah, I think you're reading like later, like the most updated for poll results.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, because
So that's probably the confusion there because I have the blog open.
Oh yeah, no, you're totally right. Because I know when I had, there must have been additional votes that came in. Oh, how weird.
So are you saying that we've been reading outdated stuff this whole time?
No, I think the blog is outdated because I took all of these like on the 11th. Like I made sure it was.
If you're watching this and if you voted really late, your vote doesn't matter.
I mean that's true. Yeah, no, I mean it still doesn't change the general top 4. It just changes the arrangement of the top 4. So.
That's like voting in an election 5 years later. It's trying to pretend your vote matters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I thought there was a little, consider the one on the blog more official since it was more like, I should have been reading off the blog. I was just reading off the list just because it was easier. Friggin', that definitely explains some of the weird discrepancies though. I was like, I don't even know how because I made sure to delete the links. I definitely made sure to delete the links once the voting time is over. So it's like, either people I had to have like saved down the site and was like, oh, I'll get to it later or whatever. Bruh.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't. But yeah, no, honorary mentions will also go to Daimajin, Mount Lady, Tiamat, King Ghidorah Millennium, Yamato, Gotengo, Super X, Gudon, and Mothra 2001. Rip Mothra. She was like the lowest voted.
And
Rest in restaurantes.
And then finally,
restaurant.
restaurants. And then yeah, best new writers. I'll read off the blog first, just to make sure that we're okay. I mean, okay, no, that's consistent. So it's like, all right. Top 2 writers for with Michael Zamar and Nicholas A. Brand. Hooray! With the runner-ups being Matt Ing and Declan Coughlin. I'm kind of shocked because it's kind of weird because that definitely didn't reflect. Because I saw Declan's stuff higher up from like earlier in the results, so I do find it a little weird that like he's lowest rated here, but he's like higher rated in his actual matches. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I guess they must have just saw the match and was like, oh, I like Anguirus versus Mechagodzilla or something like that. I don't know. But best 2 collaborative groups. I have to make sure. Okay, yeah, no, this one's the same too. Congratulations, number 1 place, Vincent Roger and Alex Williams. Woo!
Whoa.
Woohoo!
And second place, Michael Zamar and Matthew Fries. Yeah, no, you two, yeah, those 2 sets really took the entire, like, I mean, it kind of makes sense because 398 and 420, or yeah, no, those 2 are monsters in of themselves, in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
And people seem to really enjoy.
Someone thought zombies was a bad idea,
right?
Ribbit.
Ribbit. Then Michael Samara and Matthew Fries with RG vs. Team Guardians. And then we have the runner-ups in the form of Andrew Sudabursky and Daozang Moi with Mechagodzilla vs. Tiamat and Behemoth. Andrew, Harley, Alex, and Daozang Moi from Multimedia 9. Hooray!
Woohoo!
And then we have Tyler Treeshock and Matt Eaton for match 416, and then Tyler Treeshock and Anderson Demersky for Colossal versus Gyra versus Attack Titan. So, yay! Match 9, Multimedia 9 ranked somewhere decently. But yeah, no, those was kind of all the major results, and we're up real quick. I'll list out a couple of our the optionals of best favorite moment. Let's see. Oh shit, there's a ton to read from. For all the staff members, it's in our little Excel blog. It's the very last tab after instructions. So, yeah, that's right. We have an Excel sheet to keep all this crap organized. But yeah, no,
How
I
do you
see.
think we get everything done?
That's right. We have an Excel sheet and you guys can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 4 of the 5 people here could see it.
Exactly.
But yeah, one person's favorite moment was Godzilla.
Truly a moment.
Truly a moment of all time. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna read off a couple of ones here and there, like the finales of match 405, 408, and 415. The final Beam War from match 400, Geigen's Vengeance from match 417, and Godzilla's Last Stand from 416. Yep, nope, that's I could totally see that. I'm seeing a good bit of people sort of like seeing 415 or sort of like the Anguirus' farewell to Godzilla. As well as like, little Godzilla being possessed by Ghost Godzilla, or like the general Ghost Godzilla comic is kind of favored. But yeah, no, this one definitely, I think a certain person listening to this right now, I think we'll know who this one is. Literally, the entirety of Return of a Good Man was my favorite moment of KWC. That match was that much fire. I can keep praising the match all screen on the day. Yeah, I know, I'm him. Nevertheless, my favorite moment from that match was the resolution to Jack and Go's arcs. The moment Jack starts to hear all the good things his loved ones have ever said to him and Go, and realizes just how much they truly meant, and gives him enough strength to start lifting that tower. To say not of I was never alone. Utter chills even now. And even when the battle's over, Jack convinces Go to make the things right with Aki and Jiro to finally stop running after so long. I've said it before and I'll say it again, peak storytelling right here. This match knew how to hit all the right emotions in me. So.
Thank you, Ming.
Yeah. Oh yes, to continue with our coffee gag, thanks, but I'm rather particular with my coffee, Chikaku replied.
Wow, that person really knows how to choose them.
Kano.
Make that person the next writer of a Godzilla movie.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, this person says neutral on sort of his own feelings, but the one where old Godzilla fought his best buddy was surprisingly original. Obviously never will be official, but does come off as an ending to an incarnation of terror. So, yeah, no, I can kind of see that. All of them were great, multimedia narration stuff. Yeah, even someone's favorite moment. I'm kind of happy to see this up here. Favorite moment in Multimedia 10 was when the Guardian monsters getting back up in their spirit forms, including the fight in the tide. Hey! No, I'm kind of happy that people actually watch and listen. And I'll read this one, which I know is from myself. Right here. It's a tie between two moments for me. The first was Space Godzilla and Destroyer teaming up against Trilopods in match 400. Two of Toho's most... Oh, wait, no. That's not me. That's someone else. I'm further up.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So I'll read this person's and then I'll read mine. I was like, wait a minute.
How did you not realize it wasn't yours?
I was like, wait, I don't remember. I would have been more specific with that. What's going on? Because I just saw
So you would be rather particular with your answer.
I just saw like a long comment, 2 lines long, so I didn't think much of it. I was like, wait, did I start this off differently? I did! Okay, so this one is not mine, this is someone else's, but I'll read it out anyway since I started. It's a tie between 2 moments for me. The first was Space Godzilla and Destroyer teaming up against the Trilopods in Match 400, 2 of Toe's most evil monsters joining forces to crush the Trilopods in order to get Godzilla in order to exact their revenge against them was unexpectedly delightful. The other is Godzilla waking up in the world of Poco in Match 405, only to get blasted by Gyarados, who clearly had a death wish, setting up the events between the events of the fight between Godzilla and Rayquaza. So I was like, yeah. Oh yeah, what's up?
Godzilla's from Godzilla, and Gyarados is from Pokemon, remember?
Yeah.
You seemed really confused there.
Well, my brain just didn't work there for a second.
I think you had a stroke.
I had a stroke reading a comment that wasn't mine. But here's my actual comment of what I actually wrote. But for favorite moment of the KWC in 2023.
Is it really though?
Guys, Hideki Go's final moment of self-admitting his fears at the end of 4-8 still remains strongly resonant. Still remains a strongly resonant scene with me. That one just hits on a very personal level in all the right ways. But the KWC had so many banger moments, like the emotional ride that was Godzilla and Anger's last fight in 415, or Godzilla becoming Super Godzilla in 405, or even the Super Godzilla Trilopod from 400. Could also rattle off Adult in Manila from 398 or Chapter 9 in Batch 420. Stellar stuff. Hey. So hell yeah. That was actually my comment right there. Not the comment that I thought was my comment. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's right there.
They were both your comment.
But yeah, no, anyone that's also in here, would you like to read off like maybe anything else that sticks to you? Or...
Oh, I forgot. I forgot what my comment was.
I feel like yours would be...
Like I wrote something funny. I know I did.
That sounds about right. Oh! Were you the one that wrote when Ultraman Jack said it's jacking time and then jacked all over the place?
Yeah.
Based.
He truly did jack
Yes.
all over the
Based
place.
answer.
He jacked all over the place.
Oh my God. Oh yes, and this person's favorite KWC moment, Zero from Mega Man X. What?
Same. He jacked all over the place. Why did one person write James?
I assume James Webster? That's my only assumption.
James.
But they just wrote James. It's just like the person that just wrote Godzilla.
James.
It's like, what?
He's a pretty cool character from that one match.
Oh my lord.
Anytime I know who wrote this. Anytime Gigan won.
Hey, I wonder who. Oh wait.
If she was in here, she would know.
Yeah, for sure. Jack gonna be jacking in San Diego. Oh my lord. Yeah, that was one for the
I know what reference that is.
oh,
Me too.
Yeah, I know. Dig blasted. But yeah, no, Gabriel using his banishing fist in the ground, 420. There were actually a couple of people that kind of found it to be a really good, memorable moment. I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome. The part where Cameron Winter never appeared in this match. Fuck! he was only there at the very beginning of the year. I think that was the only match he was ever in. So you know what? That's nice. Oh my lord.
I think mine was. I don't remember much of this year. Return of a Good Man was fun.
Oh yeah, no, that's the most Nagoda thing I have seen. So
Base Nagoda.
Oh. I
oh.
liked when Bagan called Heisei Godzilla a man-stealing whore at the end of Orochi versus everyone.
Oh my lord.
I like the answer. I know, don't.
I know, don't. That was written by Yoda.
I know, don't. Oh my lord.
I know, don't.
But yeah, no, those are just a couple of the comments from like, yeah, no, people really enjoyed this year. Definitely glad that was like a good bit of people like really enjoyed and gave their thoughts on just in regards to like, what was the most enjoyable stuff for the awards. It was like, heck yeah, let's go. No, so I'm super glad for that. Oh, nevertheless, though, real quick, as sort of an as something of an aside, I'll just take the opportunity to read through the comments both here in the Discord real quick. So because I haven't been giving that enough attention, not yet. So we'll do that real quick, and then we'll go on to the feedback stuff, both the regular feedback and the crossover stuff. And then afterwards, we'll do the KWC awards and call it good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Caesar got fifth place in one of them. You're welcome. Eighth place. 411 deserves more attention. Yes, that is very much agreed on.
Bro.
Let's give the video a dislike if you didn't know it. Freaking ignore them. Yeah.
Okay, shot's here.
Yep. Nope. Oh, like here with us now in the present, or just
No, in the comments.
Okay. Yeah. No, I saw him.
Hey,
Hi,
Or
Great Shot.
watching the live stream. Hi.
Ribbit.
But yeah, Maguma says, honestly, I've liked legit every banner we got in 2023. I don't blame you. King Little Caesar says, Ghost Godzilla stole the cake. I had a hard time deciding between Multimedia 11 or 10, which I don't blame you for that. Thank you for that. What else? Ending. Joshua Stripmatter says, oh, best story was absolutely Return of Good Man. Police 408 is hit number 3 for best use of commands, even though I still think it should have gotten number 1. Grr. Yeah, interesting part. Tie. What keeps getting high? Baguma says it's going to be really interesting to see.
Hello?
Oh, what the? Hello,
who dis-
Draken. Also, the stream just suddenly crashed. Hang on.
Damn.
Hey, or, like the stream.
I was literally going to come in here. I
Okay,
was literally only going to come in here to my balls and leave.
Okay, cool.
I believe you
Okay,
broke
we're
the
back. We're
stream.
back.
My memory broke the stream.
Bruh. What a bruh moment.
I lick my balls.
That was the worst cameo I've ever heard of.
Wait, yeah, let's see. Goodness, it's really going to be interesting to see how things go later this year, considering that we're about to get a rapid fire debut fight. Well, maybe not necessarily rapid fire, considering it's also a break, but, rapid fires will come
We
soon
got tired
enough.
of everyone's shit.
Yeah.
We want sleep.
We want rest. And even though real work is going to bother us, oh well. Grayshot 151 says, hey, on vacation, but just hopped on. 2023 was a great year for all writers. Here to an awesome 2024. How am I supposed to listen to an awesome 2024, huh? You wrote the wrong here! Anyway, but gags aside, yeah, no, it was like, yeah, no, 2023 was great for a lot of writers. That was like some good, solid stuff from like a lot of our creators last year. That was awesome. Great banners too. Okay, you did correct with the right here. Oh, oh yeah, I'm sorry. He did what all over the place with freaking jacking.
He jacked. He jacked it.
Oh my lord!
Is that what you want to hear, Meguma? He jacked it.
Dig blasted. Oh, yeah. Let me check.
I mean, considering how ultras could still reproduce, that is possible.
Oh my lord. Oh, holy shit. But yeah, freaking, what's it called, though? Yeah, no, just caught up with the comments, both here and the Discord side. I really love the meme you posted where it's like, what was your favorite moment? Godzilla. Doing the freaking Giga Chad donkey.
I love that meme so much.
I know, it's great. It's great. Oh, man. Oh. But yeah, no, that was kind of it for the KWC award. So we'll go over the feedback survey stuff real quick, which I mean should not be super long, all things considered. So we'll go for the regular feedback material, span that. That way you could just kind of take a look. When it came to the inquiry of like, do you want KWC combatants to have powers from the Atari Pipeworks stuff? Which, granted, we kind of like we're slowly edging into that. But it was like, do you want to see even more of it? And that was a universal yes. So expect that. It's hopefully sometime later this year. It is taking a second just to gather everything. But once we have everything assessed, we will be incorporating it all kind of like right away. So yeah, no, it's just this was definitely a people want to see monsters do crazier shit, want to see like doing things that they wouldn't have done otherwise. So it's like, yeah, no, I don't see why not. And plus, at the end of the day, the way I like to see it and the way I put it, we supply the things to help the writers write with what they want, but it is up to the writer if they want to use all those powers or not. So to me, it doesn't matter if you decide to use Megalon's like arc energy or not. It is up to you whether you want to do that. You don't have to use every single power at their disposal. If you want to be more film faithful, that is completely up to you. So yeah, that's more than fine by me. Do you want Godzillasaurus to return, and if so, how? This one was definitely the most like, without question, if you were to look at this sort of like collectively, it was definitely majority vote to just bring Godzillasaurus back. But out of that majority vote, most of it did go to like bring him back, but as a form to Godzilla Heisei, like a proto form, which was like, yeah, no, that one made sense. Totally understood it, and it was like, yeah, no, that was a very sensible solution to just retire Godzillasaurus as his own combatant. And then, like, just re-add him in as a protoform to Heisei Godzilla. I think that's a pretty good compromise, all things considered. Because it was like, yeah, Godzillasaurus as his own combatant had, like, it made sense for the reservations that we did, but he was already in the KWC in a sense. So I think this makes for a decent compromise between just allowing him as his own combatant, but allowing him back in for people to ride with him. I think that just makes the most sense to me. So as far as I'm concerned, I was like, yeah, no, it's going to be weird to have Godzillasaurus-centric matches under Heisei Godzilla's name. It's weird, but again, with the flexibility we've been applying to with banners and whatnot, it's not going to, I don't think it's really going to matter. Yeah, Justice Strip Matter says, the Godzillasaurus question was the hardest one to answer for me. Well, he's not personally a combatant I'd like to write a lot with. I'm aware others don't feel the same. Yeah, no, exactly. That was kind of like, if it were up to me, I would have never included him, but he was an inclusion before our time. So I was like, oh, okay, here we are. And Maguma says, admittedly, I wanted to write with him because I missed my chance when he first got retired. And now you can write with him again. It'll just be operating under Heisei Godzilla's name. And as weird as it is, at least him as a protoform for Heisei has its benefits, because now you can kind of have more you don't have to worry about giving away the nature of your story because of the title. Like, if you wanted to have a time travel story, where it's like, oh, in order to defeat Godzilla, we have to travel back to when he was Godzilla's source and fight him there. If you want to do that kind of thing, you're at least not giving away the nature of your plot. And it's like, oh, it could kind of take on any kind of crazy direction. Or the means of defeating Godzilla could take on, like, a different direction. Or for character building or whatever. There are just different avenues you could take that keep it all under Heisei Godzilla's name. So it's like, yeah, no, that... And I think that kind of works out really well in terms of character melee ability. So that's why I do not mind going for that particular inclusion as opposed to just being like, oh, I'll retire him. You know, so it's like, yeah, no, makes sense to me. So, yeah, no, that was something that came to mind. And it was just like, yeah, no, makes perfect sense. So, thank you everyone who voted. And then as far as for the more poll-related ones, like, yeah, no, people don't seem to mind that I was like, oh, like, someone could, like, I think we had talked about this with 413 specifically, for the video game month, with Godzilla Jr. and Ebra versus Chris Rock and Titanosaurus. That one specifically. I had inquired Birdman to sort of like rewrite Ebra to be a more active participant in the finale when his original vision for that, because I can be a bit stingy, because it's like we've always had the problem of like what constitutes as a participation in the fight. But at the end of the day, most people don't mind if it just serves the story within reason. So I think from like, you know, for your fourth, at least for people like me who are more particular, more specific, like it would be for the best of it. It's just like, if those are your winners, that is up to you. If you believe they have won, even if they didn't deliver the final blow, fine. You know, it's like that's just ultimately up to the writers in question. So I'll just be trying to leave that alone from here on. Like only in like I can't even think of a situation where I would actively like, with this in mind, I can't think of a situation where it was like, oh gosh, this makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah. Strip Matter says, plus with Heisei Godzilla and Godzillasaurus merge, now Godzillasaurus can forever carry with him the record of having beaten up his future self, and Heisei G can't get any payback. That's pretty good. Godzillasaurus will forever hold that W over Heisei Godzilla. That's pretty funny. But yeah, no, so it's like, yeah, no, for people like me, like, yeah, no, I'll probably just be less picky about what constitutes as that, because that's what the people don't mind. So it's like, alright, that's fine. But yeah, no, and then we asked for like fan creations. Most people are completely, like, the good majority of people collectively are like completely down for it. They think it'd be fun or has full support. I can understand people who have mixed feelings on the idea, but like, you know, I think there are definitely a couple of things we're gonna, you know, that's like, this is just something we're talking about, like potential options, but I can almost guarantee you it's not, I don't know, like, or I can't guarantee anything, I should say. Yeah, no, it's like, I can understand the people who are very mixed on it or who are even against it, because it's like, yeah, no, we do keep very strongly to the material that we have, even with scrap monsters, like, you know, it's like, we try to keep them as faithful as possible. So it's like, yeah, no, all of a sudden throwing in fan creations, and plus, you know, what's the line with fan creations? What's the sort of, like, the border for that? Well, hopefully, you know, I think things will go well for that one, and hopefully you'll see the results, the first of those labors if things go well. And if not, then hey, it's just not gonna happen. But yeah, no, that was kind of like the feedback stuff there, and then for your comments, there were definitely, yeah, we have the match request quota, and yeah, no, there were definitely a couple of like, yeah, no, we definitely have like all your comments, sort of like who you want to see more of and whatnot, and we can't make any guarantees on who you want to see. We can just look at this and be like, oh, let's just be mindful of that. Apparently someone wants to see Matango. They just wrote in all caps, which combatant you wish to see more of? Matango! Oh my lord.
Oh, you can't forget our best combatant, Dismiss.
So,
But dang no. Gorosaurus wins. Did MM write this?
Gorosaurus wins. Gorosaurus. I suppose it's Gorosaurus winning, I guess, but I don't know. But yeah, no, it's like, even ask the questions like, how do you truly about the win-loss feature? And most people are more than okay with it. Like, they're like, people like it, they don't mind it at all. There was actually one that really stuck out to me that I kind of like had to concur with, and it was ultimately, even if it doesn't necessarily like, even with the fact that we are gearing more towards narrative stuff, so the whole like them fighting thing doesn't really matter like as much. It's still a good way to keep tabs on who's been used a lot and who hasn't. And it was like, with that realization in mind, I think that is just something I kind of had to be like, oh, that, yeah, no, that kind of makes perfect sense. There were definitely a couple that was like I used to think. There were definitely a couple, like that I could understandably see that, like with how more story oriented the matches becoming. I don't think the win loss record can be considered accurate anymore. I mean, it's not fair of a monster who should normally when it gets won only did so because the story dictated it to win. I think I think the record should go if the KWCs did continue the more story driven route. And yeah, the pragmatic side of my mind kind of agrees with that. But it was like, I think this is a case of like, it is a decent way to kind of keep tabs. The record system is a decent way to keep tabs of how a monster's doing. Even if it doesn't serve the, even if it no longer like has a useful function when it comes to the more narrative approach the KWC has been kind of undergoing in the last couple of years, it is still kind of a case of, again, good way to keep tabs on. That kind of made perfect sense to me. So yeah, no, it'll stay. It will stay. Even though there are days where it's like, ugh, bruh, but it's still kind of like, yeah, no, it's, people are fine with it. I see no need to change it. But yeah, no thoughts on AI in the KWC, which was like, this was a case of like, if you were to combine all the yeses and all the nos together, it would be a true. I actually tallied up all of them, like when making this decision, and it kind of like it for the people that like collectively said yes and collectively said no, it was split down the middle, like almost. But in the case of the yeses, there were always some kind of like division of like prerequisites, like people that only supported images and text, or just voices, or just like blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, what like while Alicia Ingram was kind of an experiment in the AI light, and while like I said, we do this stuff for free, I do recognize like a degree of pragmatism to that. Since we do this for free, doing stuff, having assets that are free would be helpful for individual creators, but it's still like the cultural war behind AI is still something that is just like it'd probably be best not to get too involved with. And I do
kill all clankers.
yeah, it could kill all clankers, exactly. So it's like, well, I do absolutely recognize like where the benefits lie with that one. As one of the comments did very much say that was like this is something that was like made by human hands, made by the community, that kind of thing. So even if there is like a degree of like, oh yeah, no, like we recognize AI elements, but it is ultimately like it'd probably be best to distance ourselves from those AI elements. The only thing that would be remotely acceptable is for grammatical checking. I think that'd probably be the best thing, but don't have it be like human generated, or don't have it be like all generated, please. If you're going to send a submission, please make sure it's like something you actually write yourself, and actually continually improve your own craft with your own skill, please. So yeah, no, it
Destroy
is
AI. We must
destroy it. Destroy it.
Destroy all AI.
no robots allowed.
I can't believe we're condoning racism. Anyway.
Well, yeah, when it's against AI, we have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
God. You know, and there are just a couple other questions like how we feel about the universal system, forms assist. People really like it. There are some disagreements here and there, but those are kind of like the very small minority, like compared to like everyone else who are just more than cool with it. Good, helpful, elaborate, big words. But yeah, no, people really seem to like it, which is awesome. That I'm kind of happy with that because it was like, because yeah, no, I was like, I had wanted to see how, like, you know, do you agree with it? Do you not? Majority of people are just cool with it. Because yeah, no, I think it's that perfect. I think the universal hybrid system is that perfect compromise of adding more monsters without making them their own slots. And it was like, yeah, no, in a world where we're like, you know, obviously we're getting a bigger and bigger roster, it would make sense to focus on consolidation as a means of including as much as we can without having to worry about, yeah, including as much as we can without having to worry about, like, you know, just filling up extra space with repetitive characters. So it works out in the end. Really does. So yeah, and that was the same with forms and assists. That seems to be more universally enjoyed. But yeah, but the big one is, are there improvements we can make to the KWC?
Joe!
No! Joe! Joe!
Can't believe we lost them.
Lost her.
We lost.
No.
I lost Joe.
Lost her. No.
One of my two favorite people.
But anyway, the big improvement we can make to the KWC is to add Veron.
No.
What? That makes no sense. But yeah, no, let me see. More KWC, maybe video combat. Film Core, one YouTube could be an excellent person to reach out to. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. It'd be kind of neat. Like reaching out to him and just being like, "Hey, you interested?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, let's go." Let's see. Why do you use Facebook comments to make comments on reviews, KWC, other stuff? Can we make it so the comment on the site is all and not also on Facebook? We all don't use social media. Unfortunately, I think that's just the way. For that particular question, that is just ultimately the way the WordPress is designed. So there's not really much we can do. Not really much I can do about that. I don't even know if it's not really anything Anthony can do about that, like the site owner. So it's like I think that's just kind of beyond our restriction, just beyond our capabilities. I think. But even then, it was like, yeah, no, not really sure. Let's see. There was one really interesting comment. I think it was over here. Yes. Here we are. With forms and assists, make the colors in forms and assists not shades of blue. It's annoying since my friend is partially colorblind and we like checking the page when new kaiju are added. I have to explain which is which to him. Make them more contrasting colors. That is an interesting suggestion. I'll have to admit, part of the reason for the blue, I am going to petition this to Anthony just to see that it's like, you know, would this be okay? Like, because again, the blues are meant to reflect sort of the visual design of the site, so it does kind of make sense for the coloration we chose. It makes sense for the colors that we ultimately chose for them. Plus, we also have a legend, and we also have the black and white text to distinguish forms and assist. So that way, even if you can't actually see the color, hopefully, you know, it's like even if you can't tell apart the color, you should be able to tell apart the text in the form of the white text form, the black text assist. So I'm hoping that would also help make it easier. But like, yeah, if you're having a hard time with it, like we'll talk about it and we'll try and see if we can get something done. If we can't, like, know that this has been read and that an effort will be tried to be made to make the forms of this page a little bit more like colorblind friendly. But ultimately, we're not like I'm not entirely sure how to do that without, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. To leave the specifics up to me. And if nothing happens, then just know that it was like ultimately shot down. But if something happens, you'll know it when you see it. I think allowing some way to let the readers have a say in what matches get made would be nice. If there is one, at least make it easier, more accessible. I'm sure many readers have great ideas for match for lack discovery. Well, I mean, that's what the match requests are for. That's kind of the biggest. That is kind of like the biggest way of us including, like how to include matches, how to what matches do you want to see, and we do have like a match request that will be I guess I'll just bring it up now since we're talking about match requests. But match Gamera versus Alien Bolton is a match request that we pulled from the match request pile, both from the regular set and the crossover set. And that one was chosen because it was like, okay, cool, we'll bring this particular, or, this idea will be brought to life by one of our members and staff who was interested in taking it on. List / showcase of usable or approved skins for each combatant. That is actually something we've been talking about recently. That might be something we have in mind. We just got to get around to it. That's all. Because I don't feel like that should be like a thing applied to the main page, because I have a very specific logic for that. But as far as like an additional page that's just dedicated to like the skins of a combatant, I don't see the harm in that. I think that'd be fun. Someone says more AI. No. Gotta kill the clankers, right? What the? Oh, dang. Alex left. Bruh. Hi, Gujira.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while.
I'm back by unpopular demand.
But yeah, no, it was. Oh man, I wish Joe was still here. I'm pretty sure this was her. I want Kaiju X to address allegations of him stalking Toho Studios employees after going through their dumpster live on stream. There you go. I admitted it. I stalked Toho Studios employees after going through their dumpsters live. After going through their dumpsters. Why?
For shame.
I don't need to explain I don't need to explain my methodology. It's how I get information. It's the only way. Oh my goodness. More gay stuff. Anyway. Yeah, no, I see a couple of like remove mount lady. Nah, I don't think that's a happen. Bam. But yeah, no, it seems like a lot of people have been like enjoying it. People are just basically like, oh, more mecha, more Final Wars Godzilla, more scrap. Definitely a good handful of people for more scrap monsters. But yeah, no, I feel you there, guys. But even scrap monsters are like there's a certain limit with those ones.
If we add the scrap monsters, you guys have to use them.
Right?
Griffin is right there.
Pecan is also right there. But yeah, definitely Griffin, that poor boy.
Nobody loves Griffin.
Take it or oh Lord. But yeah, no, those are just some of the ones that yeah, okay, people link to one roster pages for a plan yet to debut pan. I mean, we have a place on the forums for that. We do have it. Like, if you go through the FAQ, you will be able to find that particular one. So it's like, yep, no, there you go. Oh my lord. But yeah. Yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, thank you all for your recommendations. There's definitely a couple of stuff that's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna try and bring it up to Anthony if I can't. Like, bring up to Anthony, see what we can work with, and if, again, nothing happens, oh well. But if we could do something, then yeah, no, that'd be great. But again, it can be difficult because again, partial color blindness like doesn't help. But that's why we also have the text colors too. So if you pay attention to that, it should at the very least help make it easier if you can't tell between the two shades of blue. So, but yeah, no. Nevertheless, we'll go on next. All over to True. Who wants scrap monsters? Who wants to use them? Rip. Rip. Oh my lord. But yes, no, we'll also be going over the crossover feedback results. Which really the only poll-related matter for this one is just like the list of like among the list. And we are adding all of these, by the way. All these are going to be added whether you like it or not. It's just a matter of sort of giving us an idea, or even like giving you guys an idea of like, oh, who do people want to see the most? They're not going to come out in this order. It's just a like a poll, popularity poll thing, where it's just like, oh yeah, no, see who people actually want to see the most. And yeah, no, I was kind of surprised to see Dragon Zord being top dog here. But it does seem like in general, if you were to look at the first like couple, there's like Dragon Zord, Gamma Reiwa, Megazord, and Gamma Showa. All of those make sense in terms of sort of like who people would want. It's sort of like Power Rangers was on the brain, Gamma is on the brain. Hell yeah, let's go for it. And then we have Ultraman Belial, Alien Bulletin, Ultraman Tiga, Yao Showa, Jiger Showa, Concrete, Devil Dinosaur, Wooly, mass-produced Avas, Zareb Showa, Goldar, Hieroloid Second, Shin Kamen Rider, I forgot Kamen Rider, Scorpina, Kamen Rider J, Yellow Jacket, and AB898 Ingram. So, yep, these are all the lads. These are all the lads. Whee! Whee! Oh no. Oh, okay. Nagoda had to go to the store. So it's just you and me, Gojira. We have to carry this one on our backs.
The two of us.
It's just the two of us.
Alright. I'll be extra funny.
Extra funny. That is right. That's the spirit.
Yeah. I'll turn the funny dial up to maximum dial.
Burn. No, Gojira, you're going overboard. But yeah, no, like as far as the other, like, but as far as like the actual like results, go, most people just seem to be like just down to try new things. They are always sort of like much more willing to go like crazy experimental. So it's like even something that was just like almost like, I guess almost like KWC in a sense, very KWC-ish. Which yeah, no, I could see that. So it's just like, yeah, like I can understand it wholeheartedly. That one makes perfect sense. There are a couple of ones I'm like, even I'm kind of like, oh please, but the sad story that is Pacific Rim, bro. That one's such a bro moment for me. It was like, come on. Oh lordy. But nevertheless, though, yeah, no, I do see a lot of like wild, really wild inclusions, including this one person that says, "We need My Little Pony." Are we sure we need that?
The day a My Little Pony match gets posted to the Kaiju War Chronicles will be a dark day indeed.
It will. It will. Oh no. But yeah, like there are a lot of like really fun. There are a couple of fun recommendations, like Nice Syndodia, Digimon Adventure Movie, Gunbuster, friggin' more for Gigabash, Deadly Mantis versus Kamakurus, Colossal Man versus Aaron or like Burra. Yeah, I know. Some people say that. I was like, obviously, different people have their own kind of like own sort of limitations too. Like, oh, the common writers are too out there and whatnot. Like, don't get me wrong, I do get it. That makes perfect sense, though. It's like, of course, it's fine if you feel that way, because it's like everyone has their own kind of like personal preferences and whatnot. Nothing wrong with that, but just know that it's like we are going to be branching out to like more strange and weird territory, because at the end of the day, there's only so much of simple monsters you could really include before it becomes kind of boring. So it's just like, oh, let's just focus on diversity.
Oh.
Let's just focus on these weirder, more niche inclusions, and just kind of go from there.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
So, yeah, no, gotcha games featuring Godzilla as a collab might be a bit too far, as they feature many characters that don't even interact with Godzilla, which I get it, but yeah. But yeah, no, for me. Oh my lord. But yeah, no, we definitely got like a lot of fun recommendations, like Kamen Rider versus Power Rangers, which that could be fun. That could be a lot of fun.
It would. That'd be really fun.
So yeah, no, that yeah, no, I'm definitely happy that it's like to see that it's like, oh yeah, people do kind of like, there are definitely some that it's like, oh, more the merrier, never bad, and I too. Oh yeah, no, there's like this comment here that was like, I'm more merrier, so I never bat an eye to any additions to the roster. It's one of the reasons I prefer KWCE on the forums. An acknowledgement of the KWCE. That's amazing.
Woohoo! Yeah.
But yeah, for you to, yeah, no, it was like
That's rare for sure.
a rare W for the KWCE. But yeah, no, it was just like, no, it's fun to have people to be excited for any potential inclusions and whatnot, including those that like even take a step outside of the total territory. It's like, no, that's great. That's great. I'm glad to see most of us are kind of on the same boat with that. Any combatants? My Little Pony. This dude is on. That same dude is on that My Little Pony hype train, as well as franchises. Just My Little Pony.
Man, that's 2 mentions. There's a lot of push for My Little Pony.
It's just all from one person.
I know.
But it's so mad funny.
My Little Pony's strongest soldier out here.
Yeah, and I see a couple of requests for like Titano, the Super Ape, Giganta, and Atom Smasher, and the Kraken from DC Comics from the recent Godzilla collab, which is like, oh yeah, no, that'd be fun. Yeah, Starro, ooh, that could be fun. You know, if we ever get access to it, that could be fun. I see a lot of Pacific Rim. I see, like, yeah, like maybe something that came from a Green Man, God Man, a Megalo Man in there. Just some representation of for Toe's Unsung Giant Hero series.
Kamagidon. Get him in here.
Yeah, the Kamagidon. Get him in there so that way we can just kick him in the back alley. Voltron, Legendary Defender, Lord of the Rings.
Bring him in so he gets 1 match and then nothing ever again.
Would it be funnier if we retired him after that?
It would. It would be funny. He's just like only one on the roster to be retired.
Oh yes,
Even Godzillasaurus comes back, but not him.
not him exactly. Oh yes, my favorite combatant option, Madam Web. Oh my lord. Maybe Optimus Prime or the Dino Charge Megazord. Ooh. Scar King, Gypsy Danger, Gundam, Brave Radine.
That movie's not even out yet.
So yeah, serve them. But yeah, no, a lot of like really fun sort of like franchises and recommendations. And My Little Pony for the 3rd time in a row.
Like the same person, 3 times in a row. Or is that like a different person?
No, it's same person. But for, I mean, what can you say? They know what they want.
they're dead set. I respect it.
Yeah.
They know what they want, and they're going hard championing it. What? Never mind. Whatever.
Right. But yeah, Disney and maybe Minecraft story mode. Oh my lord. Oh lord. But yeah, no, it was just like a lot of fun, sort of like requests and whatnot, and we'll see like what comes of it and what can be fulfilled and whatnot. So yeah, no, that was kind of all of the yeah, no, that was very much kind of like all the crossover feedback stuff. Go over there. But now that we're here, we're gonna go over the KWC. Or yeah, let me read the comments first, since I haven't really caught up on the comments of okay. Yeah, Maguma says, man, if Godzilla vs. Wolfman was done, we'd probably have Wolfman himself by now. Yeah, Gray Shot had said, plus not every match is story intensive, and that's true. We do have, like, not every match is story intensive. Some of them are to follow those original rules. So it is, especially, like, for now, though, it's like it would be best to keep sort of like that classic style. And plus, I think classic style KWC can help with, like classic style KWC material does help with, like, writers who just want to do something for fun. Like, you don't have to do this ambitious big storyline. Keep it simple.
Like the big, like 20,000 word plus stories. Those are cool. They're great. You know, they're well written. But when it's like just that, it's like I think it's good to have just like short, non-story intensive fights in between. You know.
Yes.
With like a nice variety of long and short. Because it gets kind of a lot when just like every match posted is just like a novel.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. Sometimes you just want simple, like, you just want to have chips.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just like, oh, hey, Ditto.
Oh, hey, it's back.
Well, Ditto finally, oh, wait. Oh, dang. Oh, there he is. Ditto!
Woo.
Ditto!
Oh, there he goes.
No!
Bye, Ditto. Just you and me again.
Dang, bro. Couldn't hear him! Oh, well. But yeah, no, whatchamacallit? Stinking, whatchamacallit? Oh, man. Yeah, no, it is going to be interesting to see where, like, yeah, no, like I said, simple, straightforward stuff is always good. Plus, I also think the simple stuff helps prop up the bigger matches in a nice way, because it's like, oh, you get these simple, super straightforward stuff that's just...
like, makes them more special.
Yeah, exactly. It makes them more special. And that's always... I think that's why we should always have regular matches, or why even our best writers shouldn't have to force themselves to do ambitious matches. Something simple, just fine.
No, we can't hear you. Well, I can't hear you.
Bruh. Wait.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Can't hear you, man. Nope.
I don't know what he hears.
I cannot hear you, man. Really? What the heck? You're in the right podcast section, but how do you not see our icons or hear us? What the heck? Oh, that is bizarre.
GVR says I sound like Zagordan. That's pronounced.
Have I secretly been talking to Zagroudon the entire time? Or Garudan? I don't know.
No. No, you're not.
Okay. I can kind of hear it now. Gosh darn it, GVR.
Damn it! GVR, why?
But yeah, the comments, yeah, not every match needs to be story intensive. I do agree with that. Joshua Stripmatter says the thought of AI generated TPC banners is nightmarish to me, which, yeah, no, I can. There are definitely a million ways that can go wrong. So, TBH, I think Minecraft being included was really the weirdness limit. But yeah, no, none of us saw that coming. None of us did. It was kind of insane. It's almost kind of insane how well timed our announcement of this crossover stuff is, and all of a sudden, just left and right, different crossovers for Godzilla and Kong. It's like, what the heck is going on here? Agreement finally says, I should write a KWCE match set in Equestria at some point. Well, as long as it stays the KWCE, we're fine. Oh my lord.
I can't hear you.
There he is! He lives!
Oh, we can hear you now.
Sucks.
No.
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, no,
It's the volume. I'm like,
yeah, volume's good.
okay, there. No, my laptop. I swapped to my laptop, and that was like low on volume. Okay, there.
Freaking GVR! None of you are getting Ender Dragon because Kaiju X's obsession with Minecraft has led to irreparable damage to the KWC.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny. Oh,
You're funny.
oh, it's funny. Holy shit. Oh, but yeah, very good. Yeah, no, with the I think that was like everything with the KWC's like awards and surveys and whatnot. Which yeah, no, again, if for those that weren't here already or just tuning in, I'll say it again. We do have a match request. It is Gamma Showa versus Alien Bolton, which we are hopefully it'll be created throughout the year. Hopefully, it'll be projected release in October. That is our hope. But you know, if anything changes, it changes. So, nevertheless, though, friggin', yeah, no, real quick, we will now be heading over to the KWCE Awards. GBR had left me a message. It definitely took a lot longer than I thought, but GBR had left a message, just to, like, just for a statement. So, thank you so much to everyone who voted in the awards and participated in the surveys. I am incredibly honored to have won the Best Writer and Best Match awards for this year. Spoilers.
Wow.
It means the world to me. I am someone that struggles with self-confidence, so it makes me immensely happy to see my work be so well received. I hope I can continue to live up to your expectations. And congrats with everyone who placed in the awards. You all deserve your spots, especially Alex with match 4H's performance. No match has ever deserved best story and best characters more. On to the surveys again. Thank you all for your feedback. It is always greatly appreciated and helpful. I hope you all enjoy the new additions revealed. Turn to Godzilla source in the forum. There's more. Oh my goodness.
GVR.
GVR.
I.
Those are not in the message I gave you to read off.
What? No, you looked. That. Yeah, it was.
Oh, goodness.
In the DM, you
No, the
said?
KWC Awards.
Oh. Oh, gosh!
What?
No, my message was just about like the survey and the awards, about how like the year we're gonna be slowing down.
Oh, gosh! Well, I mean, fortunately, it was at the end of the KWC Awards, so it counts, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Hooray, GVR's here. You can take over because I'm tired of talking.
I bet you are.
Ugh. So,
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna I'm gonna real quickly go over like what I was gonna say about the awards.
yeah, go.
So, like, you know, thanks to everyone who voted in the KWC Awards. Very much appreciated. I feel very honored to have won the Best Writer of the Year and the Best Match of the Year. I'm someone who struggles with self-confidence issues, so it's always great to have my works be well received. If I can continue to live up to those expectations, and congratulations to everyone else who placed in the awards. Everyone deserved it, especially Alex with match 408, Return of a Good Man. I don't think any match has deserved best story and best characters more in all of KWC history so far.
Oh, yeah.
And on the surveys, thank you to everyone who participated in those. Your feedback is always appreciated and very helpful. Hope everyone is looking forward to what's going on there. And just, yeah, the year is going to be slowing down a bit.
Mhm.
We're tired. Burnout sucks.
Yep.
But we're not slowing down to a complete crawl.
So,
Like a hobble.
yeah, more like a hobble. Or
we
hobbling
got
our
plenty
way
of
through.
stuff. Yeah, we got plenty of stuff in store for this year, and especially next year. Look forward to that. Both
Oh,
this
yeah.
year and next year.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I hope you all also look forward to Alien Bolton versus Show Gamera. I can promise it will be a very excellent match.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
All right. All right. KWC Awards time. As you are all probably aware, I have recently overthrown Harley. She's dead. She's not. She's not dead.
Wow.
She's
What
dead.
do you want us to think?
I know she's not dead.
But no, just like I have taken over sole control of the KWCE for reasons that will become clear once the backlog is emptied and my plans fully kick into gear.
Yes.
But with this, we had the who left. Has died.
People keep dying, bruh.
But the show must carry on. Okay. 2023 had
Wow.
KWCEs, plenty of them.
Woo!
Wow.
And
Sweet.
we did the awards. The awards for the KWCE were not nearly as large as the KWCs, but there was still a good number of people that voted. So, for Best Writer, Shipper's Dreamer, aka Harley, won overall with 6 votes. Following her was Fat Bacon Unicorn with 4. Single 014 with 3.
Fat.
And then in 4th place, Godzilla vs. Rayquaza, aka me, in second.
Sweet.
Well, in second. No,
Wow.
you idiot. Myself. 2 votes is what I mean. I got 2 votes.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, second comes after third, right?
Of course. That's how I always remember it.
Okay.
I'm alive.
Gojira lives.
Good.
Tried to open the forms and the laptop had a stroke.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The KWCC is poisonous to technology. This is known.
It's-
It's the second time this podcast.
For the best KWCE match of 2023, match 100 won overall with 6 votes.
Let's go.
Sweet.
Match 105, aka Show Godzilla, Gamera, and Ultraman versus Solomon, got second place with 2 votes.
Sweet.
And then tied for third, 3-way tie between 96, 99, and 106.
Let's go.
Many votes.
Yeah, each with 1 vote.
Sweet.
Hold on, let me pull up what those matches are. Just be able to list them off. Because for the sake of ease, I just listed the numbers on the awards. But yeah, okay. 96 is Godzilla Hanna-Barbera versus Godzilla Show versus Gabara. 99 is the Rodan Battle Royale, and 106 is Earth Giants and Vistatosaurus versus Giganotosaurus with a Sharptooth.
Okay.
Oh.
Best use of Kaiju. The winner of that one was match 105 with 5 votes. Following it up, match 96 with 2 votes. And then 97, 98, 99, and 106 with 1 vote each.
Hooray.
Third.
Wow.
Match 97 with Ultra Antigua versus Jarumu, which is only there because Kaiju X is Jarumu's strongest soldier.
Yay!
Yeah.
Best use of humans / aliens. To such a great surprise was match 100.
Yeah, I know.
Winner with 9 votes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But match,
Match 96 taking second place with 2 votes.
match
What's that one?
match 96's 2 strongest soldiers. That one was
96 is Hanna-Barbera Godzilla versus Showa versus Gabara.
That one was good.
that one was.
I know
really
one of those
good.
votes was me just because I am adamantly against voting for myself on anything.
Fair.
Not fair.
Well-
You should be like super egotistical.
Be the most egotistical person ever.
It's tempting, but I can't. The anxiety.
Dang.
The only thing stronger than GBR's ego is his anxiety.
Correct. For most creative / original KWCE, Match 100 won first place with 4 votes. 105 with 3 votes.
Ooh.
98, aka Raiju versus Shell Shock and Oysterizer versus Bazzob versus Bulldozer versus Yongri 1967
Ooh.
with 2 votes in
Still
third
an
place.
unleashed match.
Yeah. Match 96 and match 103 taking the last place with 1 vote each, with 103 being Alergadora versus Maruko Bukarappa.
Yeah.
And if I never have to say that name again,
Sweep.
if I never have to say that name again, I'll be happy.
You're gonna say that name again sometime in the future.
Probably.
Can we read it for the KWCC? Reads.
No. Pain. Suffering.
Sorry.
Agony.
And finally, best story, match 100 with 6 votes. Match 100, by the way, since I did never say it, was Godzilla Legendary versus Mecha Strike Commander, Mecha Team Leader.
Yeah.
AKA the Fortnite match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got danced on that one.
Fortnite match.
There's something magical about how it's the Fortnite match, but there is actual genuine like emotional depth to it as well.
Yeah.
Like a match on one hand, but then on the other, it's the Fortnite match.
It's the Fortnite match.
Yeah.
That's just what it is forever.
We here at the KWC
So
and KWCE follow the same principle as the Ultra series, where everything is given full sincerity, even if it's stupid.
Yes. Amen to that.
And following match 100 in best story was 106 with 2 votes. Match 96 with 2 votes as well, tying them up. And in third, match 105 with 1 vote.
Hooray! You know what? I'm gonna make up my own category section called Best Recurring Consistency, and it's called Match 96 because it appears in all the categories.
It's a very good match.
Oh yeah, no, Match 96 was great. I still remember that one.
It's awesome.
Yeah, no, kudos to Harley on that
Wow,
one.
that's the bar.
Oh.
That's the bar for the KWCE. I remember it. Jesus Christ! No wonder you get no submissions.
They ask you how you are, and you have to say that you're fine when really you're not fine.
Oh my lord, that's funny.
Yes, that'll do it for the KWCE Awards. How the KWCE Awards are going to work next year is a good question. One I will get back to you on in a few months.
Right, a few months to a year. We'll see how it goes. Because yeah, no, this is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh my lord. Excuse me. So, actually, I think this year you'll probably be okay with doing it another award for 2024. I'm more curious to see how things go for 2025 and beyond.
Well,
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It's a mystery to all.
Except the people I've told.
Oh yeah. Well, for everyone else.
Oh, right. But yeah, no, I think with that said, do we have any additional... I mean, yeah, no, I think that was literally all the award stuff. So, freaking...
What about you, Nagoda?
Nagoda's not here.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, he is here! Oh, shit!
He's been here. You think I'm just talking into the ether? Or Nagoda's
No,
not
that's fine.
a machination in my brain.
I'm still kind of lost right now. What are we talking about?
KWCE Awards.
Let me get that open.
Oh, we already went over it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just finished it. So we were just wondering,
Oh.
you had any additional thoughts?
I've only been here for like a minute.
I'm gonna go bald by 30 because of you people.
only by 30.
25.
Well, I'm 24. I'm
We can do
24
better
now,
than
so I only
that.
got 6 years.
I'm gonna say 25.
Yours are 28.
We've got 6 months.
What you don't know is Bacon's secretly sneaking over to your house to shave you bald in your sleep.
Sure, why not?
Oh my lord. Ugh.
Did you go over the new combatant?
All right.
Oh yeah, KWCE. Good chunk of new combatants. You can go find them on the forums. There's a forum post for it. Transformers,
None of them have
Ultras.
to do with Mikazuki.
Well, that's because you didn't send any.
Yeah. I mean, there's the watermelon. There's the robot.
I sent all of
There's
them.
the-
What do you mean?
Yeah,
No,
they're there.
What? Yeah, they're on the roster. They've been uploaded since for a while.
Yeah. I know.
Oh,
I was talking about the ones that were
Cross
uploaded this
circuits?
February. Or no, wait, KWC? What?
What? Never.
well, I mean, I meant KWC,
I
but
don't
then you
know.
started saying
I think I
KWCE,
misheard
so I wasn't
something.
going to stop you.
This is why I don't join the KWCC anymore.
Come on.
Okay, the KWC new combatants, as opposed to the KWCE new combatants posted this February. Every new month will
Okay.
start off with an update of KWC's
All right.
roster, KE's roster.
Sweet.
But as for the KWC's new monsters and other non-monster things, I always feel weird just calling things monsters when
Right.
no, we have like mecha and other
Right,
bullcrap.
that's why I say combatants, because combatants is a pretty
Yeah.
good uniform way to call them. Even though I sometimes slip into calling them monsters too.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we got Ultraman Tiga, Ultraman Belial, a whole bunch of Power Ranger stuff. We got Gamera Showa and a few other Showa Gamera monsters. We got Reiwa Gamera. We got the Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Evangelion, Gigabash, all sorts of stuff.
Mhm.
It's cool.
Hell yeah, no, it's gonna be rad.
Oh, yeah.
We are hoping that when 2025 rolls around, we'll be able to just like shotgun debuts for these guys.
That's the hope, but sometimes things don't go according to plan. So,
Well, this is what they call a call to action to our humble viewers and our not so humble viewers.
yes,
We want you.
we want you.
Yep, right with them, please.
Like, we literally have a whole list over on Toho Kingdom. Like, go to the FAQ. You'll eventually find a one of the questions that says like, "What about characters that aren't on the roster?" And it should lead you to a thread on Toho Kingdom that should have everyone there. So,
I see. What about the KWCE monsters, GBR?
Well, since you asked, I'm gonna shut up. Screw you.
Come on. Would you do it for a Scooby snack? 2 Scooby snacks.
Shut up.
Would you do it for a Destroy Us?
Every day I pray for an asteroid.
A Dusty snack, if you will.
oh my god.
But yes, KWCE, a lot of new monsters, and there will be even more monsters to come. I have seen some people, both in staff and on the forums, question if the KWCE is going to still even need to exist with crossovers and all that, but it will, because There's still plenty of stuff we can't get in the KWC, no
For
matter
one,
how hard
yeah.
we try.
Yep, for sure.
Like you need to understand, without going too much into it, we tried to get Pacific Rim
Yes. Oh my lord.
through Toho Toa, and it did not work.
No, it didn't. And it makes my head shake every time because it's like, why? There's so much for it.
Yeah.
The greatest tragedy of the decade.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh, freaking darn it.
Yes. Exciting times all around. I don't think the KWC and KWCE have ever been in a better place than they are right now.
Yeah, no. And like I had mentioned earlier, like, freaking A, the timing of that couldn't have been more perfect. Because it almost feels like the moment we dropped our thing, freaking, like, the moment we dropped out, it's like, oh, crossovers. All of a sudden, Godzilla and Kong are just appearing and everything. I was like, what the frick? What's going on here?
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts. Oh, yeah, no, it was nuts. But all the changes that are going to come, and all of it's going to be very kind of gradual, like gradual bit by bit sort of reveals. There'll still be like some traditional
Yeah,
matches.
because if we just dumped everything on the audience at once, it would be overstimulation.
Yes. Yeah, no, it would wind up
So
becoming
that's why it is a piecemeal reveal over the year.
year or even years if it has to come to that.
Well, there will be big reveals like later on this year and next year, but like
Of course.
not every single combatant earned through crossovers will be revealed because
Fair.
we do have a lot of secret combatants that will be kept secret.
Yes. Until we finally get the
obviously.
public.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All I'll really say is that like don't worry about no more new combatants because we're set for life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It'd be shocking
Honest.
if we actually even meet, like, even if it was just like, oh, every new combatant just gets one match, it'd be shocking to even meet that expectation. So, yeah, no, shit.
Eventually.
Hopefully. But that will be a thing for the future. But we are currently now in the present, and the present says, I don't think there's really.
Bye, we're done.
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
Say,
So let me look over the comments one more time, just to make sure. Aside from the fact that my obsession with Minecraft has caused irreparable damage to the KWC. Megua says, my disappointment is ruined and my day is immeasurable.
wait, what? Disappointment is real.
It's called
That's
Joke.
silly.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Oh.
That was a moment for a second.
But yeah, no, I think with that said, this has been the KWC Awards, and I don't know when we'll be back for like KWC coverage and whatnot. Hopefully y'all should be expecting a matchup by tomorrow. So nevertheless, I hope you guys all enjoyed the KWCC Awards.
Look forward to the next KWCC where I rapid fire through the KWCEs and no one else has read them.
Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna talk for like
Joe
20
and
minutes
Alex be
about my
like-
one. It's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah, but you guys better read KWCEs.
We'll try.
Homework.
You all gotta read, or else.
Okay,
Yes,
Mr.
Joe.
GBR.
Yes, GBR. Nevertheless, though, this has been this month's KWCC. We'll see you guys next time. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.